Coach, how's it come along now? You're almost 3 weeks in, or you're 3 weeks in. Give us kind of an update of where the defense is and how they're looking.
You know, I think overall we're on pace to where we'd like to be. I think the front's doing well. The rotation of guys has been good, and we're starting to get in shape. That's the nice thing. We're starting to see guys really run, and now you got players running down the field, 20, 30 yards, chasing the ball the way they're supposed to.
How imperative is that in your defense to be in shape, to be in that condition?
For us to be successful, we have to be in incredible condition. First, because every starter is going to play a bunch of reps, and then second, we have to contribute in the kicking game as well.
Talk to me a little bit about Eric Dargan. I've been kind of reading stories about how much he's improved and how focused he is this year. What have you seen from him?
Eric Dargan has done a tremendous job of evolving from a guy that has played a lot, but has never really been the starter, to being a guy that you would think on the field he's been starting for 2 years. I mean, he has a presence, he has a command, he does a great job of leading and organizing the other DBs. So he's really stepped his game up.
Opposite corner, anyone breaking out on the opposite corner of EFO?
I think the battle in most of the positions on defense are all pretty close. And I think that's the good news for us, that it's not one person separating themselves, but there's a couple guys continuing to elevate their play, and that helps us as we look for depth going into the season.
What do you see from Dior Mathis so far in camp?
Dior's done a tremendous job. His asset is that he can cover. I mean, he's savvy, smart, but he can really run. And so he's looked good. He's looked real good at times. He's continuing to improve his overall game, but he's looked pretty good.
How do you feel now with almost a week to go, or less than a week to go for game week? Feeling the jitters, the nerves a little bit before the first game?
Right now I don't feel any jitters. What I feel is we need 2 more weeks of camp. That's what I feel. I mean, the kids are doing great. Everything is coming together. It's coming fast. I mean, it's really. We're going to look up, and it's going to be Thursday before the game. But things are on track.
What are you looking forward to in the scrimmage?
Looking now. With this last scrimmage, we're looking for guys to step up. We're looking to see some guys actually elevate their game. Once again, the first scrimmage was who'll run around and hit. Now it's who knows what we're doing. It's been 2 weeks, and now we need to see who actually knows what we're doing, because at some point here soon we're going to have to take the travel squad and make the scout squads and move forward. So we're looking for guys that are going to elevate themselves with their play and also with their knowledge.
Can a guy make or break his chances in that single scrimmage?
I don't know if you can make or break your opportunity in one single scrimmage. I think you can definitely enhance your opportunities with a good showing.
What day is the second scrimmage?
I'm not. I think the next scrimmage is either Wednesday or Thursday. I think it's Thursday. Yes, it's Thursday.
A guy like 2 weeks, he had said the other day that he came in not as polished as I think a lot of people think when that JUCO guy comes in. Can you kind of progress to where he's made from spring to now? Is it been a pretty big jump, or I don't know? Is he still pretty raw?
I think with Tui, from spring to now, he's made significant strides. The tough thing for him at his junior college, they played 1 or 2 systems, and we played about 8 or 9 of them. So it's just an expanded knowledge, expanded learning for him. But he's coming around pretty well. I tell you what, he has a great skill set.
He said the biggest difference was learning to play the run a little bit more, not just kind of going blindly after a passer. How do you teach a guy to be more patient when he's been taught all his life to just go straight after a passer?
Coach Aiken does a tremendous job with fundamentals. So they're on the sleds, and they're 1-step reads and 2-step reads and over and over and over, and that's where it comes, because a lot of high school defensive linemen, if you're really good, they tell you to go with the quarterback. So they're not as concerned with the fundamentals. But Coach Aiken does a tremendous job of teaching this step, and the next step, and the next step, a progression. And I think that's what's really helping Tui all of a sudden perform at a higher level.
Do you have any good read on kind of the backup to Derek and Rodney? Right now, those guys are obviously seem like they're entrenched, returning starters. The guys behind them, it's an interesting picture. Danny, Joe. I guess, do you have any picture of who would be their backups on opening day if you had to choose right now?
At the linebacker, the depth of the inside linebacker, we're rotating those guys. Even the Derricks and Rodneys are first and seconds, and we're just rolling them roll them through. You know, with linebacker, you have to have a combination of guys. You have to have guys going to play the run, the guy that can play the pass. You're going to have a blitzer. I mean, it's different defenses called for different combinations. So we rotate them in combinations because that's what's going to happen in the game.
Coach, what about physical play? Lots been written this year about how the squad's a bit more physical. Is that something you brought to the squad, or something that they really needed to do after last year being kind of a little bit, not necessarily manhandled on the line, but they had some difficult times on the line?
Yeah, I think the emphasis on being bigger and stronger and more physical, that came from Coach Helfrich. I mean, that was something that him and Coach Radcliffe sat down at the end of the season, kind of made a directive, this direction we're going to go in. And as assistant coaches, we jumped right in, and we've all kind of been marching to that same beat.
And you've seen that jump, or has it been kind of remarkable? Has it been a slight move forward?
It's hard to gauge because we go against ourselves all the time, so you just can't tell. I mean, our offense is getting better, our defense is getting better. I don't know until we play someone outside of us. It's hard to tell. But I think we're bigger. I think we're stronger. I think we're faster. I think there's been more collisions. Just me on the sideline. So I think it's working.